I just got a message from my handler, Nomad Poncho. He said thus: I will read from the Gospel of Nomad. First of all, I asked him what a good weapon was for PvE, and he has broken down every single weapon that could be relevant in any way, which is super impressive. Then he has said this: the Crucible points gain may depend on season points, so PvE is great, but it may need to be in a black zone, the Outlands, so the PvE generates you points. It would be wise for us to get a hideout up soon to act as a base of operations, to allow to build crafting stations and act as a home for the guild. So, we may need to find out where there is a black zone. Now, from what I can tell, this is the starting area, the Royal Continent. And then from the starting zones, which kind of peak at difficulty 7, we then need to head to this place, which is where things get more difficult as we push further and further away. And is that where the difficulty stuff is? Yeah, so Nomad Poncho is going to make me do the big boy game, and I'm going to be like, no, Nomad Poncho. I wish to simply cower in the center. Right, so yeah, Nomad Poncho is... he is making me play the proper game in the black zone. Which zones are... hang on, all the black zones are just the ones with skulls, aren't they? Black and red zones are where roaming gank squads call home. Well, then we are going to have to form some kind of guild. Josh, I'm from a small Balkan country called Bulgaria. I've been to Bulgaria, it's lovely. Some of the things you say are very posh for me to understand, like, for instance, the 11th hour. I get that it means late, but where does this come from? I actually don't know. That's a good question. Although I have been to Bulgaria before, it is a lovely place. We may finally see some PvP. Ah, right. Do I need to do PvP? Nomad has just said I can do it today on stream. I'll let him know we're talking about you. Talking on stream. Heart. Right. Let me do a heart emoji. Unless you're in stream. Where's the heart emoji? Fine, let me search. Cool, there we go. What about actors being called thespians? Now that I can actually answer. So actors back in Grecian times, the Greek times with theatre, they often worked in a thing that we call chorus. Now chorus means everyone walking and acting and talking at the same time. We still have the word for chorus in kind of our vernacular now, our spoken language, and we refer to it as the middle bit of a song that everyone kind of sings together. The reason that Greek actors worked in chorus was because with the type of theatres they were working with, it was the easiest way to get the audience to hear you. Everyone says the same thing together. The first actor that we have any kind of record of that stepped away from the chorus and instead acted on their own was a man called Thespis. So when we say thespian, we mean actor who is able to step away from the chorus and act on their own. There you go. Random fact. Random fact for you. Which is why thespian now is independent actor. Holy moly, Crystal Reaper, this guy knows. I don't know how to play this game at all. Like, I think it's good. I could get better things or worse things. I'm going to attack that, then stand back here so it hurts you instead of me. How do we become a part of the guild? Join the game, complete the tutorial, join the Lords of Strife Guild. Simply search for the guild up here in the guild thingy. Click Guild Finder and then go to search on the right hand side. You can search for Strife. Nomad, I'm aware people hopped into my chat and told me you were leaking our messages. I'm not leaking. Well, I am. Like, right, listen, Poncho. If by people are telling me that I'm leaking your messages, if you mean I'm just telling people every message that you send me, then yeah. Yeah, that has happened. But if you mean that I was telling people that were also ending the messages with little heart emojis. I mean, yeah, that also happened. But what's more important is this stream operates on a 30-minute loop. Look, if by leaked message you mean I have revealed to the world everything that you have said to me, then yeah, maybe there was a little leak. Maybe there was just a bit of a message going on. But it was done with love. Am I wearing a jumper, a cardigan, or a sweater? Complord, I'm wearing whatever you want me to be wearing. It's just a little bit of a drip. It wasn't a leak, it was more of a drip of messages. If I keep digging, maybe together we'll reach mutual solid ground. I quite like this crystal scythe for its... What does the E even do? Dash in the targeted direction, damaging all mobs and creating a big AoE that does something. While in the area, hitting one enemy reduces the... Oh, cool, okay, so you just run forward and do that all the time. Filthy Ape, why do you hate retail WoW? It's a bit of a joke now, Gideon. I don't. People know that I don't. Duelist. Finish an arena match. Queue up for an arena match, then go earn some fame while you wait. How do you queue up for an arena match? Nomad Poncho, thank you for joining the stream. Nomad, what is PvP? And is it relevant in Albion Online? Let me call. Let's have a chat. Knock knock time. Are we doing the thing where we chat on Twitch, or am I calling you on Discord? How are we doing this? Are we doing a Discord call, or are we doing like a joint Twitch stream? I'm a millennial, so I do things with my hands when I'm saying like cool stuff. Joint Twitch. Hang on, Discord call or call on Discord. Mute the knock thing on Twitch. Done. Let's go. Let's have a call right now. Right. Calling you on Discord, and then I'll double check to make sure that all of the stuff is going well.
Right. Hello.
Hello. How are you doing, Nomad?
Good. I sent you the knock thing through on Twitch, so that should be a little window thing.
You sent me the knock thing through on Twitch. Let me do that. Accept. And then what I will do is I mute you on that, don't I?
Yes. Just mute and deafen on it. Yeah.
Okay. You are muted there. And I think we are now streaming together.
We are indeed, yes. So now I can see your chat and you can see my chat. It's all amalgamated into one big chat. So hello, guys.
Did anyone else know that Twitch can do this?
Why does Josh look like your dad? Yo, given the fact that I'm 33, I don't know what that says. Dude.
I just look old. That's what it is. I know that I look old. So, Nomad, you are an experienced Albion Online player. For anyone who may not be familiar with your work, do you want to give people a bit of a background about how much you've played Albion Online and the kind of impact and the choices that you've made within the community so far?
I have been playing Albion Online since like 2015 in the early access. The game launched in 2017. It went through multiple early access stages though, where the game changed a lot. It then went through a Steam release and it did a free-to-play launch as well. And, you know, in future, it's coming soon to Xbox as well. So like it's come a long way. It used to be a very hardcore PvP MMO. To the point where, like, even fame, combat fame, you know, when you're going through and killing mobs and you get your fame to level your equipment up, was sort of a competitive resource. So people would fight each other to prevent other players from getting fame, which obviously at some point became a little bit prohibitive of new players joining when the players already had their fame up and then, you know, new players were trying to join and they were just getting stopped. So they expanded the game in such a massive way. There's now so many avenues to get fame, whether you're solo or you're in a small group or in a large group. And there's a bunch of different instance content to go into. Sure, you can kind of get the content you look for. I personally have done a lot of solo open world over my time. I got kind of known initially for being a dagger main, but then they changed that around a little bit, so I've diversified and kind of do everything now. I think a lot of players know me probably more for spear gameplay, which was like the sort of what I transitioned to after daggers, but now I just play really anything. Yeah, it's also, I guess, recently on the EU server launch, when they shattered the one server that they did have into NA and or the Americas, EU, and Asia. I did a little community guild where I just rallied up 300 players, and it was just no stress, no nothing. We did large scale fights. We got top 25 gold, which was really nice for being just a community guild where some people were still sat in yellow zone. So yeah, it's definitely, that was a fun experience, and I'm hoping that experience comes in really handy for us here for the Crucible event too. So.
Brilliant. So you have been assigned to effectively babysit me through the creation of the guild, the playing, and the attempts to score some points. So for anyone who's not familiar, what is the Crucible event that we're going to be starting in a week?
So the Crucible event effectively takes a bunch of different creators in and their communities and people that want to come in and join with them, and sort of pits them against each other to see what different communities can do versus other communities. So you're going to rally everybody together, you get your guys in, and we compete for these season points. Predominantly, that is going to put us into the Black Zone, which is obviously a full loot PvP area, which brings a little bit of danger along, but, you know, obviously the danger makes it exciting. So obviously there's a bunch of areas in Albion that you can explore that are non-full loot PvP or partial loot with the new depths that were added. But yeah, for the season points, it's going to be the Outlands, where you can lose all your equipment. So things like resource management matter a lot, risk versus reward, and not taking out your entire net worth on your shiniest pony and losing it all to one feral swoop in the Black Zone is super important. One of the developers, and now you'll see him, Moritz, on the devlogs sometimes talking and talking about Albion. He learned that lesson from myself, actually. When he first started working with Albion, he was living in, I believe, Fort Sterling, and he decided to bring all of his worldly possessions to Caerleon in the middle of the Royal Zone on an ox, because he thought the black market seemed pretty enticing. And unfortunately, he met me on the way there, and I killed him and took all of his stuff, and he talked about it on one of the little dev videos, which was fun. But,
Excellent.
yeah, so it's there's a lot to it, you know. But we're gonna explore it together. I had a chat with Josh here. We discussed that you want to do a lot of sort of PvE content and then sort of push into PvP where we can and everything. So get your guys acclimatized to the game, have some fun with it, keep it lighthearted, but do our best to push as high as we can.
Yeah, absolutely. So I was looking at some of the ways that guilds can earn points in the second Crucible, which is what we'll be starting in a week. And while PvP is a big thing within that, there is a lot of stuff that seems to be pushing into PvE, such as the expeditions, the group expeditions, the open world dungeons, the group open world dungeons, hunting and tracking animals down as well. So we'll be definitely doing some of the Outlands or the Outworld's black map stuff or black zone stuff.
Black Zone or Outlands. Black Zone, we call it Black Zones because you have the little symbols next to the map. So when you see blue zones, they're completely safe, no PvP. Yellow zones is knockdown PvE only, so if you get killed by another player, you'll just fall to your knees, and you won't lose anything. Then red zones is like a conditional PvP where you have to flag either through faction or the hard flagging system, and then you're at threat of other players. The Black Zone or the Outlands is the whole other map, a little bit north. You have to travel through a realm gate to get there, or the roads of Avalon. But when you're up there, that's the full no rules PvP. The only people you're safe from are people within your own guild or alliance. Outside of that, it's anything goes.
Brilliant. So I was looking into the scoring system for the differences between the Crucible 1 and the Crucible 2, and the scoring system for this one does include random dungeons, solo tier 4 and tier 5, and random dungeons solo tier 6 plus, random group dungeons tier 4 onwards, camps in the mists, opening chests, and getting fame in static dungeons as well. So we will be able to engage with those things before the Black Zones, won't we?
Yeah, so as far as I'm aware, which I can double check and poke through, but all those dungeons, they're all content that's available through in the Black Zone. The mists and everything is also Black Zone there as well.
Right, so you can't get to a tier 4 solo dungeon before a Black Zone.
Tier 4 solo dungeons are available through in the Royals there, yes. So
right, brilliant. So I will be looking into trying to grind the tier 4 and tier 5 solo dungeons. I'm guessing the tier 6 solo dungeons plus, that's when you get into the Black Zones.
Black Zones have tier 5 zones and upwards. available, and then the royals kind of range up from tier 4 to, I believe, tier 7 now is the highest in the royal zones.
Okay, so
that you can get to.
So what's the tier that we start getting risky PvP on?
So I suppose it's less about the tier and more about the location. So a good thing about solo dungeons, for example, and let's say you go to a solo dungeon within the black zone or even in the red zone where PvP is enabled. When you enter a solo dungeon or a random group dungeon, there are little caves that appear on the map, or if you have a map which you can use to navigate yourself towards one as well, the entrances to those close after 90 seconds. So if you enter in those alone or with a group, when you stand in that the entrance for 90 seconds, the door closes behind you. That means that entrance has now disappeared from the overworld, and no other players can come in behind you, and you can sort of safely proceed to go in PvE and not have to worry about any engagement from players.
Which in
Static
theory
dungeons,
is great,
however,
but
are
there will be
different.
many people who are watching the streams specifically to follow me to whatever dungeon I go into on any PvP map to then start ganking. So we might need to take a kind of consignment of bodyguards with us wherever we go.
Yes. Also, little cheeky options, which may be good to deploy, are things like temporary screen hides, and there are actually in the black zone as well. When you leave from the black zone portal cities, there are little shrines you can drink. There's a little soup on the exits, and if you drink that, you turn invisible, and you can use that to navigate to the location you want to go to without other players being able to see you or follow you in game. And then obviously you can, for streamers like ourselves, we can sort of disable showing the game for a brief moment while we get to that location, and then people are hopefully unable to sort of track us down in there. But there's probably some very persistent people that will try their hardest.
So we could, in theory, disable the view of the game away from Twitch chat and make our way to any of the PvP places slightly safer.
Yes, yeah, especially with the use of like again within the Outlands there, the use of the invis shrines that'll turn your whole character on your mount, everything invisible for a period of time. That'll help you sort of navigate outwards towards your location. So very strong features.
Just so people who are watching know, I won't do that. Bring it on. If you guys want to try and kill us, come and kill us. We'll just bring some more people. That's what we'll do. That's fine. This is all for. It's all for the content. That's what it's for. We're not going to hide the screens. All right, you come and bring it on. You want to kill me and take all my stuff? That's fine. I'll just buy more. This is okay. This is exactly what Nomad Puncher wanted me to say. I will actively tell you where we all are going to be.
Okay, I mean, Josh has a lot of gold, so it's okay. I might go broke, dude.
This is fine. I'll just keep funding these runs. This is 2 weeks of just constantly trying. I'm pretty sure that all of the other players have a preset kill limit. And what we can do is, if we just die so much, they will want to stop killing us out of a mixture of boredom and pity.
You know, we'll just get them tired. I really like this plan,
exactly.
actually.
I can sit here and do this all day. That's fine. This is our job. We can just sit and do that. So true. I'm not hiding the screen. I'm not using the invisibility potion. I'm going to go into the PvP zones and I'm going to do my thing. That's what I'm going to do. We're not shying away.
Fantastic. Well, again, the whole thing going through this is, we spoke here on Discord. We wanted to do a lot of this stuff live, a lot of the learning experience live, rather than kind of meticulously pre-plan everything behind closed doors and off stream to you guys, so you can have that experience too. And obviously, like, the experience is going to be a little bit modified to how a standard player experience is going to be, given that there's a lot more people following around, right? But things that we can learn from are going to be super useful. We'll talk here a little bit about maybe some of the group loadouts that I've put together in the guild loadout system, and can show you through that if you'd like.
Right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the arena and I'm going to do some PvP. Because I don't know how that works, so I'm going to learn.
Would you like... So queues are a lot quicker if you have a healer in party with you. Would you like me to pop on with a little nature
I think this is...
stuff and
is this a 1v1 PvP thing? Because I'm following
you're doing the 1v1?
Yes, I'm following the duelist path, which is simply an arena match.
An arena. I don't think there is a patch in for the 1v1 arenas yet. I don't think it is. Maybe I'm No, it's not. Yes. So the duelist is just kind of there is a 1v1 arena coming. The duelist path though is just kind of the thing for taking you to fighting.
Yes, so I need to be in a team to do that. It's 5v5. Well, okay.
Yes, it will queue you up automatically with a team. But typically queue times are a bit quicker if you have a healer with you, because healers are a bit of a gate sometimes. So they're not extremely long.
So are the
but,
5v5 arenas the same as the expeditions where you need a tank, a healer, and 3 DPS?
So no, the way that it works is it wants a sort of 4 combatant roles and then 1 dedicated healer for each team. So it will let you queue up as a healer and then whatever DPS you want to go. A tank really helps in this content, but it's not 100% necessary. In the low rank arenas, it's a little bit of chaos and everyone just kind of wears whatever, which is perfect.
Brilliant. In that case, do you want to party up with me as a healer? I'll go in as a tank.
Yes.
And then we just kind of vibe. We just see what happens, you know?
Yeah, let's do that. I'll pick up a quick little healing set, and then I can join your party, and we'll get going.
Brilliant.
Do you know where to queue for the arenas from?
I am standing at where I think the arena queue is. There's a flag that says arena.
Yes, so there is also a nice nifty little UI element. So if you look on the top of your screen, there's like a little scroll called activities. If you click that, there's also an arena button you can click there that allows you to directly queue up.
Oh, that's clever.
And the one
so you
that
can queue up for these events from wherever you are in the world. That's cool.
Yes. The one that you want is the Crystal Arena one. That's the one that has the little ranks for it. You get some reward chests, everything. So that's fantastic.
Do I definitely want that if I'm just going through the duelist thing?
I believe so. It's still the journal missions. They've added a bunch. Yeah,
let's do it. Let's get ranked. I'm good at PvP. I've played Magic the Gathering.
The nice thing about it is you have no rank to lose. You know,
that's true. You can't get lower than 0. I'm starting at the baseline. It's all up from here. Everything is a victory.
We've got this.
We do got this. I have faith in you having faith in me.
I've got so much faith, it's ridiculous.
Thank you. I am mainly the reason I have faith is that I have a lot of gold. And I think that even if we die, I can afford to just purchase some more faith.
Well, the nice thing about in here is that there is no gear loss, so we don't have to worry too much about.
Oh, perfect. So if there's no gear loss in the arena, does that mean that you can just buy the best possible gear and just grind arena matches?
Yes, it is IP capped. There is a bit of a difference you can gain from IP, but it's not like the actual value of the IP. So buying good gear will have maybe some contributing effect there, but it's not definitive. So you'll see it more in like the super high ranks where people are trying to squeeze out every little last bit of value they can get. But yeah, not so much in
gotcha.
The low ranks here.
Now people are messaging me and saying that the duelist thing that I need to do for the book is a regular arena match, not a ranked arena match. So
we can just go into regular then. Regular's pretty chill. So
we can try regular and then we can try ranked afterwards to see the difference.
Sounds great, yeah.
Beautiful. Should I wait for you to add me to the party, or should I add you to the party?
So if you want to, you can try it out. If you type, so there's chat commands to do it, or you can click the plus button. If you type /invite Nomad Poncho, it should just send me an invite right out.
Is it capital and lowercase sensitive?
No, I don't believe so. So it'll be /invite space Nomad Poncho. And you can also, for guys that are wanting to join, you can also do like for future content when we get going with groups in the Black Zone, or if you're just new to Albion, there's /join, which allows you to do the same thing. Where you can join into other players' parties. Right, so then if you queue for it, I should be able to accept and join in with you.
Okay, so click activities, arena, queue up. My role will be, why is my role not listed as tank? Can you not tank?
So in arena, it's just kind of generalized to the combatant role to make sure that there's not like another bottleneck on specifically. Plus, what makes a tank in Albion can be pretty fluid. Obviously, like tank typically leans more towards control and damage, but a lot of it comes down to things like armor choice as well. So,
gotcha. My armor choice is all plate with a big shield.
Perfect. I don't think anything could go wrong.
I knew it was perfect. See, I told you guys, I'm good at this.
We'll see the build when he gets in, guys, and I will pass very, very quiet judgment on how amazing the build is definitely going to be.
If it's amazing, I'd like you to pass loud judgment. If it's not amazing, then the judgment can be quiet.
Okay, I'll be incredibly expressive if it's amazing. If it's not, I'll grumble.
Well, the problem is that now I know that if you don't do anything, it's bad.
Well, I mean, everything technically in Albion has the potential to be good.
This is good backpedaling. I like this. This is like, so you're now justifying why everything could be good, which means that if it's not good, the problem is me.
That's a really poetic way of putting it, and I'm glad that I didn't.
Yes, it's okay. We're going to be good friends after this. How's everyone in chat feeling? Are we all feeling good about this? Are we all feeling ready? I think Nomad saved it personally. I was nearly hurt, but I think now he's managed to save it. Cambo just said we're all going to die. No, don't worry. This is okay. Question. Nomad, I probably should have asked you this before. Can you use food in PvP?
Yes.
Can you use potions in PvP?
Yes.
Should I have equipped some?
Also. Definitely. Yeah, so food, funnily enough, actually, a lot of this content in Albion is IP capped, you know. Unfortunately, food is not really capped. And when I say IP capped, I mean the item power, so the strength of your gear. Food doesn't really get diminished by that. So food can be very important.
Okay,
in this content.
Let's just hypothetically say that I didn't have any food or potions equipped. You'd be okay with that, wouldn't you?
I would assume that you were that excited to get going that you ate all of your food and drank all of your potions, and that you did bring them with the intent of using them, but you just couldn't control your excitement.
Oh, that is an expert level save right there. Absolutely expert level save. 100%. That was beautiful.
Fantastic. Right, the plan here is go. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Nothing can go wrong. So your E is super fun. It's a spell that kind of stuns other players once they take enough stacks of damage with your effect in place.
Yep.
So far we're doing super well. I'm going to beam you here, and then we're going to. We actually have 2 tanks right now, so this is fantastic.
Oh,
and I love so far everyone seems that
us.
terrified of you.
Get here. Right, hang on. I'm just going to kill my own guild for a second.
Perfect. You have a guildmate here.
We do.
Oh.
Right, so we don't want to go too close to the enemy, it seems.
Yes. The tent is danger. Okay, we're actually doing super well here. This is fantastic. I like this. So far, so good.
I mean, this seems decent.
To win this, we actually have to capture these little stones. So far, it looks like somebody captured the top right one. Our team has just captured the middle, so the only one left now is the top left that we need to go back and defend. So if you would like to walk back this way, I think we should be okay. I'll keep you topped up. Okay, our team has stopped the capture of the other one, so and you're doing well holding them in place.
That's fine. I'm just going to see if I can continue to attack this.
I have to pull back a little bit here because I have some focus on me.
I'm just going to attack Harrowthorn constantly. In case anyone's like, oh, Josh doesn't know what PvP is. Oh, but I do. It's PLA v PLA, which stands for player victory against player. The A for against is silent.
Incredible. I never thought of it like that.
There's probably a reason you never thought of it like that, but don't worry, I'm here to show you how to do it.
This is good. I like this. You know, when the teacher becomes the student.
Yeah.
It's all about having an open mind at the end of the day. You know.
My mind is so open that I think for a while my brain fell out. That's how open this is.
That may explain a lot.
No, Matt, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much are you regretting this specifically?
I think we're doing fantastic, considering that your build is what we would call in Albion Online an RP build. Which I will say, as
Josh, the choices you've made are
for the
honestly
set bonus.
Only viable if you are pretending to be something or someone.
You've gone for the set bonus, which definitely doesn't exist in Albion Online, but you know, you have it, so that's the important thing. And I will say that my first ever build in Albion that I did incredibly well with was a full assassin set with a dagger fair, and I absolutely dominated. with that. So I have full faith in you that you will be the Armor of Valor champion that we've all needed and waited for in Albion.
Yeah, I will. That's true. I do know what I'm doing. Most of the battle, half the battle is psychology. The other half is the battle.
We're doing really well on that first half. And to be fair, quite well on the second half too. There was a rather annoying tree here that was stopping our capture.
Now, I don't mind dying once, because we locked their entire team up for doing effectively nothing.
True.
If I die and their entire team are needed to take me down, that's kind of okay.
That's a lot of value. We took the capture point.
Yeah, no, that's what I provide. I'm a valuable member of the team.
The distraction is a perfectly valid role. You know, this is very advanced Albion tips right here, right now. But one thing that the players don't realize, even after a long time of playing, is that player aggro is 100% a thing. And it is possible to draw the aggro of players in PvP just like it is of drawing mobs in PvE.
Yeah.
If you know how to do it right. And right now, your maintenance of player aggro on their team is fantastic. Impeccable.
Like, if I can just knock everyone into the air once or twice, that's honestly quite fun.
I mean, you are bashing them. I'm very surprised how we're doing this well. I shouldn't have been. I mean, their healer doesn't have an offhand.
I'm really glad that you've said that. Josh, I thought you'd suck, but you're actually not terrible. It's getting better. Now, we're doing fine. I'd say we're doing okay right now. Thank you for healing me. I appreciate that.
Fantastic. You're welcome.
I can't believe he just dodged my attack. That was a high-level skill right there.
I mean, it was quite rude, to be honest.
It was, honestly. Harathorn, if you don't let me hit you, you're out the guild.
G-kick incoming. I agree. Guildmaster and the right hand, and you dare to oppose us in an arena match?
I think you're forgetting which side your bread is buttered on, my friend. This guy can sit down. So, is there a special PvE weapon?
So, I mean, there are some weapons that definitely excel in PvE. One of the ones on the guild loadouts that I've already put in is the Incubus Mace, mainly because it sort of reduces the max hit points of the mobs and makes them small. And as we all know, smaller things are easy to beat up. So,
gotcha. So I want to use the Incubus Mace as much as possible.
Yeah, for PvE, it's a really fantastic weapon. Yeah, for sure. And if you really want to get interesting with it, you can wear boots that make you big, and then the Incubus Mace that makes mobs small, and then you can just feel like you're the boss instead.
Fantastic. That's what I want. Mostly this is about just massaging my ego. That's why I went with the Paladin set straight away, because it's got the big shoulders and reminded me of World of Warcraft. You crushed your algebra
that might
test,
be why
people.
we're doing so well.
You know,
and
we
why
are
they're
doing
running
pretty
away
well.
from you with fear, because they're terrified of your gigantic shoulders.
Yeah, that's what it is. They don't want to be shoulder checked by me. That's what people are scared of. Now, I don't know if this storm effect that I have going on around me is useful at all.
Very much so. On the mace, I thought we were on the hammer there initially, but
yes,
yeah,
we're doing the mace.
The mace is it's a really strong resistance reduction. As you build up your stacks on the E there, that you've dropped their armor down essentially, and you make them much easier to kill. So even if you're not doing as much damage to them, your team will be. So it's a very useful effect to have active. One of the newer weapons they added in. I am coming.
There we go. I'm focusing now. This is not too bad, actually. People are asking how spellcaster specs are in the game. I think they're fine from what I've seen.
Yeah, spellcasters are fantastic. Fire Staff is an incredibly strong damage dealer. So useful in PvE, in PvP. There's a lot of different Fire Staffs there. There's some that have anti-healing on. There's some that just do a lot of direct damage. You know, you have kind of a lot of different choice with the Fire Staffs. Frost Staffs are a little bit of a mix between damage and control. And they have some good mobility too. So maybe a little bit more complex, but very enjoyable if you get it down right. Arcane Staffs are a little bit more on the side of support. But you do have some decent damage options there available to you. But for the most part, the Arcane Staffs are a little bit more about sort of support and control. Holy Staffs, which is what I'm using right now, really, really good for obviously keeping your team alive. But as a solo, the Holy Staff actually has some fantastic options for solo PvP and PvE as well now, which is great. And curse staffs are a little bit more about sort of debuffing your enemies, I suppose. Long damage over time spells. You have some good like pierces to remove armor or purges. So yeah, a little bit of a mix between damage and utility.
So we seem to be doing okay so far.
Yeah, we currently only need, I think, one more cap to win. Yeah, we did it.
Hey, there we go. Okay, so we got some stats back as well. I helped 16 times, which is a good number of times.
It's good. You got the second highest damage on the team. So
where do we see the damage specifically?
If you click the next arrow on the arena pop-up that came up.
Hey, there we go. Cool. I got the most healing received, which, as we know, is the most important PvP stat.
You also took the most damage.
I did take the most damage. Can I see that?
Yes, yeah. It's the damage received. The arrow like on the sword to the player. So it's third
Ah,
row.
yeah. Why is that not highlighted in white? Why is that not a thing to be proud of?
That's a good point. I mean, yeah, you I say you had the player aggro. You controlled it well. You know, so.
That's high numbers. That's right there. That was what we call in the business self-tanking.
That's it.
So I think that went slightly better than I expected it to go.
That went fantastic, yeah.
Brilliant. So what I'm going to go and do is I'm going to go and buy an Incubus Mace. Does that still affect the players?
It does, yes, and it makes the players tiny.
What shield do I want to be using if I'm against players? Because I'm currently got the Astral Aegis.
Astral Aegis is a decent one. Makes your mana cost a little bit higher. I believe it was that I need to double check my shield knowledge one moment.
Because people said something about the face
it makes your energy cost a little bit higher. So it's a good one. It makes you very tanky. Another option you have is something like the Cative Shield. The Cative Shield gives you a little bit more crowd control duration against players.
Okay.
So if you were to go Incubus Mace, we'd probably want to put you on something like Snare Charge, where you can jump at the players and root them in place, and then that allows you to follow up.
That's what I was thinking. You go with Snare Charge.
Yeah.
What is Snare Charge?
Snare Charge being the jump that roots players in place. It's like an AoE, so you leap towards them and then you lock them down.
Okay, cool. Let me just have a look at the Incubus Maces. I can't use. Oh, hang on. I can use a tier 5 Incubus Mace. Ooh. Fantastic. I don't think I can use tier 6 yet. Can't use tier 6.
So the way that it works as well with tiers in this game is, so you have a tier 6 flat that you can't use. But, for example, if you really wanted to be bougie here, you could take a 5.3 Incubus Mace. Which is the enchantment there. So
is
the way that
enchantment
works. Yeah, so it obviously makes it a lot more expensive, but the enchantment adds 100 IP. So a 4.1 is effectively the same as a tier 5. You know,
okay.
A 4.2 is almost the same as a tier 6. The only difference there is something called Mastery Modifier. It's maybe a little more to go into now than we need to, but effectively, the more spec you have in a weapon, the more advantage you get from running an actual higher tier weapon rather than a lower tier weapon with some enchantment.
Right, so if
you get
I
a bit
get
more item power.
If I get a tier 5 Expert's Incubus Mace, what quality do I want with that?
So excellent also kind of works similar, or like quality works similar to enchantment, where quality just adds a bit more item power.
Okay.
So like a masterpiece is almost, a masterpiece is 100 IP. So again, a tier 4 masterpiece mace would be the same as a tier 5 mace.
Okay.
Because it's going to add another 100 IP. And then you have good, outstanding, and excellent gives you like 25, 50, 75 specialization, extra item power in that too. So
do I want tier 5 enchantment 3 or tier 5 enchantment 4?
I mean, it might be a little bit of overkill to go enchantment 4.
There's no kill like overkill. Overdone is underrated.
But and it's also obviously that's dramatically more expensive. So the reason why you would run a 0.4 weapon is to do something called attuning it. That's where you take it to the enchanting table with a little bit of siphoned energy and Avalonian energy. And what you get to do is start putting various affixes on the weapon that kind of can add to your gameplay or alter it slightly even. Which is the main purpose of doing that. And it does have very limited effect in IP capped instances like Arena. You don't really get any value out of running an attuned weapon. But in the open world, I was running around today with a hammer called the Tomb Hammer, and I've made an assassin build with it by tuning it with some extra damage and energy cost reduction, so I can play it like an assassin with invis coming out and basically walloping people with a big hammer.
Okay.
It's fantastic.
So I'm willing to spend a bit of money on this. I've had a look into the gold that I can sell to get the silver, and we are currently working with, we don't need to sell it all, but if we did, 347 million silver.
Yeah, so yeah, you've got an amount of money.
So we have some cash to kind of
Yes, that's a
build
lot.
into some builds. Whether we do or don't use that remains to be seen, but we could do that.
Yeah, so you definitely, if you wanted to, it'd be good to try out, I think, multiple different sort of things through in arena and everything, right? If you need some spending money, just to sort of cash that out, pick up a different
absolutely.
weapon,
But the
try
thing
it
is,
out, do whatever.
what I need to remember is that I not only need to be frugal, I also need to win to massage my ego. Because if I don't win, I will cry. And my value as a human being is inherently tied to my skill at video games. So if I don't
where
have
that money will come in very useful will be for things like the guild infrastructure. So one
Brilliant.
thing
Yeah,
we'll
I can give
definitely
it to
want to
guild.
do is put down a hideout somewhere. The hideout's going to cost some money. Once we put that down, we're going to want some resources to build crafting stations within it, which your guild members can come through and they can all pull together and try and help bring some resources to build those crafting stations.
Cool.
But you can also purchase some of that directly from the marketplace too.
How much silver could I give you and then have you do all of that? Because I'm going to be honest, it sounds like a lot of work.
You can just give me all of the money and I will definitely call you back.
Yeah, okay, cool. How much is all of the money? How much do you want?
Well, I'll take a look through what we need for stuff. But I mean, if you wanted to, throw me 50 million or something, I can definitely put together everything we need,
sure.
and a big list of all the resources for all the crafting stations and their continued upgrades and all this sort of stuff. And then anything I don't use, I'll just
okay,
I'll
brilliant.
hold on
So
to.
here's how we're going to divide it, because you are the right hand of this guild and you are knowledgeable. So what we're going to do is we're going to divide the guild into two sides. We're going to have the fucking around side and the finding out side. I am going to head up the fucking around side. So I'm just going to kind of buy stuff, go and kill things, do dungeons, do tracks. I'm not really going to be that much use. You are very much going to be responsible for the finding out side, which is where I need you to actually do stuff that's going to be beneficial to everyone else.
All right, sounds good.
Cool. If I give you 50 million silver, we can make that work.
Yeah, for sure.
Ah, cool. I'm on board. I'm straight on board with that. Are you on board? Because I'm going to be honest, you don't sound fully on board.
I'm already planning the finding out stage. Don't worry. I'm very good at the finding out point.
No one's going to take the money and then leave. And never be seen again. All right. This is great. This works really well for me. So So with your no-nonsense approach and my regular amount of nonsense approach, I think we could whelm the audience, and we could definitely, out of 100 streamers, end top 50.
I think we can do better than that.
Top 45.
It depends. A lot of this obviously comes down to your community as well, and how active and involved they want to get.
I'm going to just throw it out there. I've met my community. Don't rely on them too much.
I'll be around. I think that within the embers of these fresh start Albion fires that are forging here, I think there will be a few blazing infernos that will path our way to number one. You know, I believe in the community here.
I'm glad that you do. I'm familiar with my community, and I think that some of them are going to be a benefit to joining us in the adventure through the Crucible in Albion Online. Some of them are going to be a detriment. I think collectively they're going to end up all cancelling each other out, and it'll pretty much be you and me.
Okay.
Now, I think you and I are also going to cancel each other out, which is why we'll probably end up somewhere in the middle. That's my entire vibe.
Well. Nomad Podcast has convinced me to join up. Downloading now. There is the
there we go. It's the ultimate whelm. If you in the stream right now think that you could contribute to our success, then join the guild. If you think you could contribute to our failure and you just want to mess around for a bit, then consider not joining the guild, but I won't say no. Like, I can't tell you not to, but I can very much encourage you. The only serious thing I would say, guys, and we can joke around this, there are only 300 spots in the guild. So if you are going to actively engage and play, apply, that's fine. If you aren't going to actively engage and play and you just want to join for the memes, maybe just step back for this one and let somebody else who actually wants a spot in the guild give it a go. That's the only thing I will genuinely say.
If you're interested as well, I can also bring a couple of guys. I know that it was typical with all these ones that they have some more experienced players and stuff joining in general, along with the sort of guide. If you're interested, I can bring a couple of my guys down as well, and we can
absolutely.
go do some stuff with some of your guys.
If you want to join the game and do your best and just have a good time, then join our guild. If you want to join just to fuck around and waste resources, join Zizaran's guild. That's the best thing.
True, dude.
That's how we're going to win. We could have thought about this before, couldn't we? We could have just infiltrated his guild and filled it up with 300 people who are not going to help him. That would have been so much easier than trying to actually compete.
Sabotage him from the inside.
Full-on sabotage. I'll just call him up and I'll go and see him. That's how much are we paying? We'll consider this. Right, for now. If you want to join the game, join our guild, hang around for a bit. It'll be fun. I'm going to go and do some PvP for some stuff. Nomad, are you hanging around for a bit longer if people want to ask you questions?
Yes, I can do that.
Are you streaming right now?
I am right now.
Sweet.
Yes,
guys, if you have any questions about Albion Online, please go over to Nomad Poncho's stream. I will link it in my stream. We're linked together anyway. Go and ask him questions. Go and watch him play. You will see how the game should be played. I am going to equip some new things and possibly try some more arena stuff. Do you want to stay on the call and do another arena, Nomad?
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay, sweet. Let me buy an Incubus mace. I'm not going to go for the enchantment 4 just yet. That's a little bit... I want to earn my way there. Why is the enchantment 2 only very slightly more expensive? Okay, the enchantment 3 is where it gets really expensive.
Yeah. Usually 4.1 and 4.2 resources are pretty commonly attainable. And the same for runes to like enchant them and level them up. So you can either craft these things out of gathered resources, or you can use runes and souls and stuff to kind of enchant your gear and increase it that way.
Okay.
4.2 is pretty accessible. 4.3 is considerably more rare and is then equivalent to tier 7, right? So it's a bit more expensive.
If I go for a tier 5 Incubus mace, does it assign the PvP arena groups that it makes based on average item level?
Oh, can you repeat that again, sorry?
If I purchase a tier 5 Experts Incubus mace of any of the enchantment levels, when we queue up for the arena PvP, does it balance the match based on the average item level of each person on each team?
No, it's just a set value.
Oh, cool.
That brings it right down. So, L5, hi Nomad, what's a good build for a newbie? You have been playing for a very long time. Behave yourself. Anything, honestly, if you want to try out stuff, guys, in general, I would say, check out weapons, 4.1, if you're going to go to PvP areas or not, but just play around. Unlock different things, see what you're enjoying, see what, how things kind of work in the game a little bit. Arenas are a really good starting place to do that because there's no risk and you get to see a lot of different weapons and armors in play.
So what shield would you recommend if I'm also going with a mace?
So you could do a cative shield here.
Okay,
if you want to, it'll give you a bit more CC duration. Alternatively, you don't have to go for a shield at all. You can go for some of the other options.
You got the Horn of Valhalla kind of thing, don't you? Which is
there's a Mist Caller to reduce your cooldowns.
I think I'm liking the shield just because I like the idea of taking the enemy's attention away. If people are paying attention to me, they're not capturing the objective.
That's true.
I'm really good at being a distraction, so I'm gonna lean into that. So you would say the cative shield is the one that's going to help.
Yeah, cative shield. If you want to run a shield, it gives you some more CC duration, so your snare charge.
Oh, so when I smash the mace on the ground and it knocks people up into the air, they stay stunned for a bit longer.
So that one is a fixed kind of duration with the knock up there, whereas the snare charge as the root that will increase with the CC duration.
Okay, gotcha. Active. Brilliant. When they are snared, can they attack back?
They can attack back. They can still do other actions like blink or dash. So it just stops them from being able to run or walk.
Which is great if we're trying to prevent them from getting close to an objective. Okay.
Yes, fantastic. Yeah.
All right, cool. So we go with the shield. We may as well go with the excellent quality on that because it's not that much more expensive than good. Now, as far as plate armor goes, what would you recommend for PvP? Because I'm currently wearing the Valor set. but as
Velvet
you
armor's
pointed out, there's no point having a
decent-
set bonus.
Yes, I mean, Velvet armor is decent for like self-survivability because it'll silence people that are attacking you and kick some damage back, and it can't be sort of cancelled. Alternatively, Guardian armor is a really good tank option. That's a sort of aura around you that you can activate that reduces everybody's damage around you.
Brilliant. So if we keep the
so
helmet,
really good tank option.
I'm guessing I want to use the purifying smoke ability on that.
Yes, that's a good one. You can use that defensively or offensively. You can purge an enemy's buff with that, where perhaps they're trying to build some damage or they activated a defensive. Alternatively, you can also use it on our team. If you see that someone from us has been stunned, and you can cast it on an ally and it will cleanse them from that stun, which is fantastic.
Okay, cool. And I'm having a look at the passive on the helmet. I've got either increasing my defense by 2.4% or increasing the duration of crowd control effects by 5%. I'm probably going to want to go with the duration of crowd control, seeing as it all seems to stack.
I think for the Incubus Mace, probably just being on defense is good. Now, if you were to run a weapon that had like a hard stun on the E, or like a long route, then it would be good to swap over. But given that you only have your snare charge, probably just using the the offhand you have for that. And if you want, you could swap to something like Hunter Shoes. Hunter Shoes give you a really quick run, and it also increases your crowd control duration. So that's a really nice one for a tank.
Okay.
So you could run in with Hunter Shoes, then leap.
Hunter Shoes are leather, aren't they? Okay.
Yes, they are.
And what would you recommend for a body? Did you say it was Guardian armor?
Guardian armor for the body, yes. That'll two things. It'll reduce enemies' damage. Well, three, I guess. It'll reduce enemies' damage that are in the area. It will also slow them down when they're around you, and it will reveal them from invis if they go invisible underneath you. So it's a really useful little armor.
Beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to purchase the Guardian armor. Would Guardian be the best for PvP plate armor? There's no point going into Royal or Demon or Duskweaver, whatever that is.
Duskweaver is like sort of larger scale, more open world focused armor, I would say. Demon armor is more ZVZ. It actually weakens you a little bit. So typically you want to have sort of two of them active, and you overlap them to protect each other.
Okay.
And that's for large scale combat. So when people try and drop their damage on your team, you can activate both of those and reflect that damage back at your opponents. So it's really, really for large scale. Night armor, it can be a good one because it'll purge and push enemies back, but in something more open like the arena, perhaps not as good. Judicator armor is another really good option, where if your team's getting low, you can drop down the Judicator armor. It's like a bubble shield. And what that does is increases the team's resistance that's inside it, and it also increases their healing received. So that's another really good team item for a tank.
Oh,
so I'd say mostly Guardian armor and Judicator armor is what you're looking at.
Okay, yeah, we can get Judicator or we can get Guardian. What would be your expert opinion if we're going to do some arena 5v5 kind of stuff?
Guardian's really good if you can sit on the opponents. I think, given that you're not playing a full sort of control tank, you're not going to be super on top of them and intrusive in that way. Probably put you on Judicator armor to be able to kind of help recover the team a little bit.
Let's have a look at some Judicator armor, and if I like it, then we will get a better version of it. Cool.
But Guardian armor with that damage reduction, also very good for PvE, because obviously that damage reduction works on the mobs. So when you're taking a big pull of mobs, you can reduce their damage to help you survive as an independent tank. So Guardian armor, definitely a really good choice for that. Whereas Judicator armor, we'd probably put on like a support tank, to help heal the team up, like an arcane stuff.
Beautiful. And what cape would you recommend for any of this?
Cape, as soon as you're just wanting to have fun right now, and you're running a big Incubus Mace, where you're shrinking them down, maybe you can go for Caerleon Cape, and that will allow you to do your Q spell, threatening smash twice. So you can run at them, you can shrink them, and then you can bonk them on the head twice.
That sounds perfect. Let's look into that. Okay.
Typically, as a tank, you might go on a more defensive cape, like a Martlock cape, to give you another death save when you get low. It gives you some more resistances, but if you like to play an aggressive tank, Caerleon Cape is fantastic.
Cool. That's just...
Also, the cape you're on right now isn't terrible. It's something that drops some damage on them. It reduces their damage as well when you hit them, so it gives you a little bit more utility. Okay,
Caerleon Cape is activates when you cast your weapon's first slot ability. Just do it again. Cool. And abilities are doing quite a lot of damage, so that sounds fine. Right, let's see how this build works. Let's see if I've understood. So the body armor, we want the force shield on, which is what we drop when the team is going a bit low.
The third passive is just largely related to PvE, so...
Gotcha, so I'm going to say we don't need threat generation when it's a...
Yes.
Gotcha. We've gone with...
True, maybe we'll get you some food and potions this time too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we needed them. I think I was too busy doing...
Well,
I was too busy taking damage to have time to drink.
So there's a spell... There's a potion in this game called Tornado Potions, and you throw down a little tornado that throws enemies back. So that can be a fun little one to help, you know, remove a nuisance from somebody chasing your team, or prevent an enemy from pushing to a capture point, for example, if we're trying to capture something.
What active ability would you suggest putting on my shoes, the F skill?
You're going to want the actual rush skill.
Rush into the fight, increasing movement speed and duration of crowd control. So we rush, and then we immediately smack with the Incubus Mace.
Yeah, so you're gonna rush in, and then you're gonna snare charge. So you're gonna hit your W spell, which is the leap.
Yep.
And then you immediately cast your E to shrink them, and then that reduces their health. You're gonna hit the double threatening smash Q2. And then you're going to do 2 big AoE swings of your mace there and do some decent damage.
Okay,
Passive,
so...
you can just go energy so you don't run out.
So rush in with F. Once in, press W to do snare charge. Then press E twice. Then press Q. E once, then press Q twice.
Yeah.
Okay. So F, W, E, Q, Q. That is, I'm learning.
You can also put a passive on your weapon too, so something like energetic, just to get some extra energy back when you're auto-attacking if we have a longer fight.
Sounds great. Okay. Cape doesn't have anything on it beyond activates when you cast your first slot, which is 2 Qs. So the double Q attack is coming from the Cape.
Yes, the Cape resets your Q cooldown, and then that goes on to cooldown itself, and after 30 seconds or so, it'll be back up and you can do it again.
So F, W, E, Q, Q, the classic Fweck attack.
Yes, exactly.
That's what we've always been saying, guys. Everyone who follows my stream has known that I have said every time it comes to PvP, A, B, Fweck. Always be Fwecking. That's how you know.
We do be Fwecking.
We do. Nomad, are you having a good day so far?
I'm having a great day.
Is this stream going the way that you thought it would go?
I mean, just about. Yeah, I think honestly, you know. I mean, I won't say that I've ever been the best PvPer in Albion Online, but I like to consider myself one of the best, if not the best, RP PvPer. And our little conversation on Discord, knowing what you wanted to do and how you talk about stuff, I was like, okay, we'll have fun, I'm sure.
Yeah, now I may not be the best PvP player on Albion Online, but equally, I may be. We just haven't discovered that yet. So I'm excited to discover if I am.
You could dominate the game. There's nothing stopping you.
That's true. The only thing stopping me is my own skill.
Which is there, perhaps dormant. But...
And the skill of the enemies. That also matters.
That is kind of pesky, to be honest.
This might be my calling in life. You never know. I think, but I would be much better at PvP if everyone was much worse.
I really can't fault the maths behind that equation.
You can't. That's what I'm here for. That's why they got me involved. They were like, Josh knows what he's doing. So, Fweck, F-W-E-Q-Q. As silly as it is, I'm only remembering now because we actually said Fweck so many times. F-W-E-Q-Q. F-W-E-Q-Q. GG, we win. That's how it works. Are you ready to queue up for another match?
I'm so ready.
Should we do ranked or should we do unranked?
We could do unranked again if you want.
Okay, good. I'm glad that you have faith in me.
Map, so.
Allow me to just invite more people to the guild because people have seen what we've done in the arena and they have been so inspired that they've decided to join us.
Glorious. I can't blame them.
I can, but I won't. So let's sign up for an... There we go. Let's get ready to be fwecking. We're about to fweck some people really hard. This is going to be a classic case of 5-man fweck.
5-man fweck. That's actually one of my favorite childhood games.
It was a classic. I remember the nights of the fireplace while we were at Center Parks.
Yeah,
after we'd come back from the rapids and we did a bit of 5-man fweck.
I grew up in the countryside, and they were going to start fracking nearby, but I think some people had a bit of a problem with it, you know?
Yeah, that's the old NIMBYs, not in my backyard. You can't be
that's
thwacking
it.
around
Oh,
old women.
oh no, wait,
It's-
sorry, that was fracking.
They'll
Sorry.
have some problems with it. Now let's begin. A, B, F, W, E, Q, Q. Always be F, W, E, Q, Qing. Right, hang on. Arena,
That's
ready?
the new guild motto.
Yeah, it is the guild motto. I am ready. I am clicking the ready button.
Then there'll be one more person that hasn't
9
done it
out of
yet.
10.
There we go, we're getting
Let's
in.
do this. Okay, potions, food, honestly, strictly optional. Got my helmet, got my cape, got my incubus mace. I'm good to go. All right, let's have a quick pre-fweck chat. Which of the things are we going for? Bottom center?
Yes, let's go straight for the middle first. So I want to see your strongest
I'm going to see
right here.
my strongest fweck immediately.
Immediately. Okay, that was what we call a feck. There was strong
That was a problem.
case
That was
of
a failure.
of missing.
That was a failure of
W in the
fwacking right
fweck.
there.
There was a slight mishap. That's okay though.
That's okay. That's okay. Don't worry. We tried.
See, that armor was really good there. Actually, it stopped you from dying because there was a very aggressive spell on you. Death curse from the curse staff that would have done a lot of damage.
The death curse. That is my least favorite curse. Okay, cool. Got one person down. That's good.
No, I got executed.
It's okay. Don't
I'm
worry.
back.
I've died to join you. I don't want you to be lonely.
Oh, thanks.
This is not going well.
This is not well. So I mean, somehow we have managed to get
Palpatine
a
returned.
tier 3 fire staff on our team that has very limited to no skills. So there's a little bit difficult to deal with maybe.
I think my job is to be a distraction and to get these guys off the points, or to keep them all locked up like I'm doing now.
We just have to trust in the teammates to do the damage. Don't know if I can save you from that one.
That's okay. Don't worry. We're doing fine. We're doing okay. Tier 3 in a dream. That's what we've got. Right now, we're still tied at points with Queven.
Very. I mean, we are somehow actually okay. Yes, we've had some very smart gentlemen going back cap whilst we've been tying them up. So
See, that was better.
I believe in you.
Thank you.
I'm not there.
That's going to make it harder.
Your healer is a little AWOL right now. But I will say on the
Hey, as
back
long
end
as
of
I'm
this, we
keeping
have
them
captured 2
distracted,
points.
that's fine.
That worked fantastically. We've captured 2 points.
Good. Good. See, my job is to be hated. I can do this. This is like that film with Batman in it. What was that film called? Superman. Whereas my job is to just keep everyone here. And that way, they're all trying to fight over this runestone that's not even worth any points anymore.
It will be up in 3 seconds, but
That's fine. They can sit there and do that. They've
think
got 104
by that
points. We've got
time-
110. That's a 6-point difference. That's major.
by that time we're gonna have 2 more points here, and they're still busy fighting you.
Sometimes what you realize in life... Oh, that person just dodged. That's fine. Their whole team is here, which is great.
Yeah, they're kind of holding in the middle, I think, because they've seen us trying
They've seen what I can do.
Sort of cap behind. Actually, is the south one open? No, I don't think so. Oh, I can't make it to you.
That's all right. We're still winning. How's the
We are
fwacking
still
going?
winning.
Honestly, fwacking great.
They are being fwacked right now.
They are. How long until you get sick of me saying that? Because I'm going to be honest, I could say it for the next 2.5 weeks. I think it'll get annoying during the 3rd week.
I think I've got a good, like, 2-3 minutes. Minimum.
2 or 3 minutes left in you. That's quite a long time.
Yeah, we got this.
Perfect. We just killed one of them.
You can hold that. We're holding versus 3 of them right now, so...
I mean, we've captured this one down here, which is great. I'm going to try and come and join you if I can.
Stop running away from me! Oh my days. My poor boy.
The mage is small now, which is great.
Hey, he's a very small mage. Uh-oh.
Thing is, they seem to be... I don't know how, but they seem to be regaining health.
I believe that might be their healer.
I didn't know they were allowed to have one of those. I thought that was just us. This feels unfair.
This is a little mean, yeah. We're going through all this effort to put in all this damage. And they're just removing it. I don't know how I feel about it.
Exactly. Why would I hit them if they're just going to heal? Honestly, it seems like cheating.
Okay, it looks like they might possibly be able to capture this point. But I think even if they do...
Yeah, they can have it. You know, they can have it. I don't care anymore.
I think the best bet here is to let them have it.
Oh, and just all go and get the other points ready at the same time.
Points. Yeah. They want to fight together because they have a better chance fighting together. We don't want that. We want the chaos. We want
them all separated out, don't we? Mm-hmm. We do.
They have a better team fight. We take that away from them and we win. That's why they're all sitting in the middle.
Exactly. Cowards. So if I can just keep the guys that are doing the annoying damage away from you guys, I'd say we're doing okay.
Give you a little top up there. Do you want to go maybe try and take that top east one? Because they're trying to stop us from grabbing this one.
Give it a go.
Yeah. Oh no, I have healing sickness.
Oh, brilliant. So I can just stand here and then wait for them. That sounds great.
Yep, and then we should get, by the looks of it, 2 here. And they have done all that fighting over the middle one for nothing.
Fools! Absolute fools. And then every time you catch a stone, do the stones only crumble when all 3 of them are captured?
Yes, yeah. And then they all reset after the timer.
Gotcha.
So
okay, that's making so much more sense. Here. I'm understanding this PvP. So, from what I can, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, we're against the other team.
Well, they're meant to be our friends, but they're not playing very nicely, I don't think, right now.
Okay, gotcha. So all we need to do...
Let's get that guy.
See, what if I do this to him, and then, honestly, that just emancipates. That's just... Yeah, that's emasculating. It doesn't mean...
Look at him. Look at him.
Yeah, look at it. It's just a tiny little mage. It's a tiny little child mage. It's not even about killing them at this point. It's about proving a point. Ha! What if I can lock you guys down here? Yeah. What if I make my team bubble right here? Didn't think of that, did you? Absolute fools. All of them. Now, I have realised that maybe locking the enemies down when they're standing right next to the plinth is probably not the best idea, because they actually want to be there. But what if while they're trying to capture that, I go somewhere else? Oh no, this is the last one. Okay, cool.
Yes, yeah.
So there's no point going somewhere else, because, like, there is nowhere else to go.
We can go somewhere else in 29 seconds.
Yeah, that sounds great. I'm enjoying this. Josh is a genius at PvP already. Thank you, Noi. I appreciate that. See, I operate on this very simple idea. If I don't know what I'm doing, then the enemy can't formulate a counterattack.
It's true. It's yeah, the whole sort of like drunken fist style of fighting, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
You're in flow state right now.
Exactly. It's a 200 IQ
These
move.
Guys,
the enemies have no idea what I'm going to do. Because I don't know what I'm going to do. So, when you've captured a runestone, the enemy can't take it back, can they?
No, it's once it's captured in this, yeah. In the other mode, it's a little different, but in this one, yeah.
Gotcha.
So, we have 4 of them here right now. But you guys can capture that.
We've just captured both runestones, so now we just wait again.
You need to not die.
Is there any point attacking the enemy base?
No.
Okay, gotcha.
It will laser you to a quick and horrible death.
Yeah, people in my chat are praising how good I am at PvP. It's true. The enemy are playing poker, but I'm playing cards.
Okay, we definitely need to win this last one. If
Oh, easy.
anyone dies here, I think we lose. Okay, one more death and we've definitely lost.
One more death and we've lost.
Yes, you lose some points for losing.
Oh, I've lost.
For dying too. That's okay. If you look at the whole team setup, that we were a little bit rough there, given that we had a tier 3 fire staff with us.
Right. So I didn't realize that they could just win via killing people as well. I thought it was just area capture.
Gives some points too. So not much. It's to like 2 points per kill, but it definitely adds in.
Okay. I did some damage, which is good. But apart from that, so they had a fire staff. What is a fire staff?
It's a staff.
With you so far, keep going.
That produces.
Okay.
This is going to be a little bit crazy.
All right, I'm ready.
I want you to hear me out. Fire.
It's a wild idea, but why don't I equip one of those?
I think we put you on a fire staff. I think that sounds like a tremendous idea.
I'm going to go and do it. I think I may have found the new PvP meta build. Now, the problem is that I don't know how to use a fire staff, but I do have a book in my inventory that's going to help me. So if I purchase a fire staff, I could then cast fire.
Yes.
All right, cool. I'm glad that was the strongest yes. So I've been streaming so far for about 6 hours today. Here's what... Are you going to still use full plate armor with a fire staff? Obviously, Angry Bubs. How would I protect myself from my own fire otherwise? You don't want to cast fire while you're in cloth armor. You'd burn. You need the plate armor to protect yourself. I have been streaming for 6 hours. I need to go and have some lunch. However, what I'm going to do is throw all of my guys over to your stream, and that way they can see how a player should play, and I'm going to maybe grind in the evening for a bit, and you and I will work out some kind of tactics of how we're going to make this work.
Yeah. We'll hop back into another call at some point for like just brief planning maybe for like what we want to do for the hideout and getting you some points in, and then how we can let you guys just go loose and get points.
Sounds great. Now, we are almost halfway full on the guild already. We have roughly 6 more days to fill the guild out and to work out how we are going to play and approach the Crucible. So if you guys would like to join the guild, please do me a favor and apply for the Lords of Strife. Nomad Poncho, who is online right now, can also approve you into the guild. But what I'm going to do is go and grab some food, and I'm going to make sure we throw you guys over to Nomad Poncho. We will raid, and you guys are able to go and watch how an actual player plays. And I don't think I did terribly. Like, I thought there was a level of skill there. It wasn't mine, but there was a level there. Right, anyway, for now, guys, I will see you all tomorrow, because it's Friday today. Saturday, all-day stream working out how we PvP. For now, have a good night. Take care. Go and say hi to Nomad for me.